Wow, I'm super excited about this. I just woke up and I'm done with my reading this morning. So I wanted to really do this video to go deeper on digital products because a lot of people might, when you talk about certain things, people might not really get the idea. So I wanted to illustrate, do some doodling to really illustrate the concept about digital product. So when I first started this, I was confused about the whole thing. I was literally confused. Digital product, I was digital product, but I didn't really know what it was. You know, I bought a lot of courses, try to go into a lot of trainings to understand the entire concept. And the more I really dive into it, the more confused I got. I did that for over 2 years. Like I literally had no results, but I knew that there was an opportunity there, but I just didn't know how to create it or how to figure it out on my own. Because that's really one thing I see a lot of people want to do. They want to figure things out on their own. But the problem with that is you're going to take a longer journey to really a longer time to really get that to really get to figure things out, and that's going to cost you more money. You know, after spending thousands of naira just to buy different courses, because most of the courses I buy is from people. I don't buy from people in Nigeria. I buy from people in the United States. And if you compare their prices, they can sell something for say $300 or $400 or even $600. And when you compare the amount to Nigeria currency, you are spending up to 100,000 naira, you are spending up to 120,000, 200,000 naira for just a single product. And most times you go through those training and you still don't understand the concept. And it was not until I met Russell Brunson, my video has stopped. But not until I met Russell Brunson that I literally started understanding the entire process. His training really helped me a lot. Like after going into his training, I started. I think I bought this course for around $997. That's the amount I bought. That's the amount I paid for his course. You understand? But when I went into the training, it really helped me really understand this entire concept of digital product. It taught me how to create it, how to start selling it. And that was really one of the best investments I've made in my entire life, because compared to the things I learned in school, man, the things I learned from Russell Brunson himself were really life changing for me, and that it has given me a lot of opportunities, to really develop myself more on this field. And that is why you need to really pay attention to everything that I'm going to show you in this video and really take it seriously, because this is the future. This is currently the future. It has been going on in a long time in other countries, but Nigeria is just starting to accept it, just started accepting this concept of buying things online, even though you don't know the person. So turn what you know instead of going to get a job that you are tied to, working hours upon hours and not earning anything in return. You can turn what that knowledge that employer is employing you for, you turn that knowledge into a digital product and sell to people who needs that knowledge. So let's dive into the training so that I'll show you what I mean by what a digital product is. To explain digital product is it's quite simple. Like digital product is simply any kind of product you sell online that doesn't have a physical form. It's not something that is tangible. It's something that lives and exists online. So it can either be an ebook, it can be a video training, it can be a checklist, it can be there are a lot of it can be a worksheet, it can be a lot of things, like anything that doesn't require you to live online. It can even be something like okay, let me explain, let me put it into simple terms. So let's say the normal graduate goes to school for 5 years and studied a particular course. Maybe let's say you studied engineering, and there's one specific thing you know so well in engineering when it comes to engineering. Oh, my light. So there's one specific thing you know so well when it comes to engineering. My light is gone, so you just gotta bear with me, okay? Because I'm not gonna do this video again. So there's one specific thing you know about engineering. Let's say you know how to get a specific result. Okay, for engineering. Okay, let's say you know how to fix a car on. When you know how to fix a car on. If your car on is not working, let's assume you are into auto engineering, like you are repairing cars. So let's say you study everything about cars and you know a lot about cars. Then you can say, okay, I want to teach people, I want to sell that knowledge as a digital product. For instance, say the first thing you need to identify is your who. That is, who is your dream customer, who is the person you want to give that you want to sell that knowledge to. So this is your who, this is your customer. You know, this is the customer, the person you want to sell that knowledge to. You understand? Who is this person? What kind of people will be interested in buying that product? And the next thing you need to figure out is what is the result you want to give to them. So this is the result. So let's assume that just this is the result. I'm not really used to writing with mouse. I'm just trying to learn it, trying to get used to it. But let's assume this is the result you want to give to this person. You understand? So let's come here. Huh? So, and in order to get this result, you go through 5 steps. So let's say this is you go through, this is step 1, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, this is step 4. You go through, let's assume you go through 4 steps or 5 steps to get this particular result. So what you can do is, instead of trying to give that service to everybody, to people, because when you give your services to people, you are limited by your time. You're limited. Oh wow, the light is back. You're limited by time because you cannot serve so many people at the same time. You understand? You are only one person and you can only serve one person. But if you turn that into a digital product, so what you can do now is, let's say if you want to fix a car horn, you go through 5 steps. Maybe number 1, you first detect where the fault is coming from by checking maybe the dashboard or checking. I'm not really used to car, but I'm just making an example. So you're checking where the fault is coming from by detecting the cars, checking the wires and all that. Then once you figure out the problem, then you go to step 2, whereby you use your screwdriver to remove the horn and you fix it a new one and all that. You understand? Maybe that's the 4 steps you go through to fix the horn, to give that person the result they're looking for. So what you cannot do is you cannot create a framework. Let me use another color here. You can create a framework. This is a framework around that result, around that steps. So this now be your framework. You understand? A framework is simply your steps, the steps you take to get that result. So you can say, okay, this is my framework. This is step 1. Do this. Step 2. Do this. Step 3. Do this. Step 4. Do this. So this can be applied to anything at all, any specialized knowledge you have, any skill, talent, passion, anything that you are very good at. Like some of you might be someone who has gone through something in life, that some form of experiences, that you see a lot of people going through the same experience, and you know that you have something that can help them, maybe something that you can tell them to help them get through that situation. You know, maybe someone that has gone through loss, has lost a loved one, and you've lost a loved one before, and there are certain things you did that was able to help you get to overcome that loss and really get back to that normal frame of mind. You know, you can literally put this into steps. You know, you say step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You know, the 5 things you do, or the 10 things you do to overcome the loss of a loved one. You understand? Or it can be literally anything to do. That is the point, is to get a specific result. You know, to get someone a specific result. You understand? These things you do to get someone a specific result. So if you studied anything in school, whatever thing you studied, and they tell you this is a process to get this thing done, then you cannot list that thing into a framework. That's your framework. It goes deeper than this. I'm just trying to really show you the entire strategy. Everything, it goes deeper than this, definitely. But what I'm trying to explain to you is the entire strategy, so that you can now list the steps into a framework. This framework now becomes your guide. So what you can do with this framework now is you cannot create an ebook. What I call an ebook. You can create an ebook. You can create an ebook. You can create a video training. You can create a video training. You can create a checklist. You can create there are really a lot of things you can there are really a lot of things you can create. Like you can create a worksheet. a worksheet, yes, pair sheets, if I'm correct. You can create a lot of things. You understand? So what an ebook is just an ebook is for those of you who don't know an ebook is the same thing as this book. But the difference between an ebook is this is a physical book and you get to touch this one. But an ebook, you cannot touch it. The only thing you can do is you can read it online. You can read it, you can only access it through your computers or your mobile phones, like a PDF file. Those of you who know about a PDF file, a PDF file is an ebook. It's it's a book that only exists in the internet or in your mobile phones or in your computer. It's not something you can touch. It's not tangible. That's what an ebook is. So you can turn this your framework. You can turn this your framework into any of all these files. You can make it a checklist whereby you say, okay, do this just go through this 5 process. Okay, number 1, do this, you check that one. Number 2, checklist. Number 3, you understand? You can turn that into that. You can turn that framework into that checklist. You can turn it into a worksheet. A worksheet is simply a guide that shows you how to do something, a particular thing. So you can just go through the procedures and list them in that worksheet. That now becomes your digital product. You get it? It now becomes your digital product. A digital product is also an online course, an online training. What I'm doing right now, this is a digital product because at the end of this video, I can decide to sell this piece of information if I decide to. You get it? I can decide to sell this piece of information if I want to. It's just for me to say, okay, I want to sell because it's worth selling. Because many of you don't know about this. So me, I'm giving you my knowledge now, but I'm giving you this for free because I want you to really understand the concept behind what digital product is and how easy it is to create. It's just literally you turn what you know, your passion, your skills, anything that you are good at. This can be anything. If you know how to sing, you have a first step strategy you use to really get your voice into that normal nice tune when you want to sing. You can list that. You can put that into a framework and list the step-by-step guide, the things that you do. Maybe you drink hot water. Maybe you there are a lot of things maybe if you are I'm not really into singing, but there are a lot of things you could do to really get your voice into that normal tone. You understand? You can list that out and turn that into an ebook where you list the step. Okay, step 1. You say step 1, you explain the things you do. Okay, step 1, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do this, this is why you do that, this is why you do that. Step 2, this is why you do that, this is why you do that, this is how you do this. You understand now? Step 3, literally showing the person so that even if you are not there, someone can just read that piece of information and get it. Oh, this is how you do this thing. And if they follow your step-by-step guide, they can arrive at that result, at this result you are trying to get them to this result. So that's really what the concept of digital product is. There are two types of product. Like there's this physical product. This is a physical product. If I decide to sell this thing, if I'm selling this thing online, someone buys this product, I have to worry about think about how to go to the courier service or go to a motor park to send this thing to the person, wherever the person might be. You understand? And that now becomes stress for me. So I might not be in an environment where that is conducive, or I might not have the time due to one thing I'm engaged in to really sell this. So that will make me fail my customer. But when it comes to digital product is, you just, let me open on that slide. You just, this is your product. You understand? This is your product. This is your product. The person, this is your customer now. You know, the person finds you online, or you put your product in front of them online. Then they decide to, oh, I'm interested in this product. Okay, you direct them to a web page. This is your web page. This is your web page. Direct to a web page and tell them, okay, if you want to get this product, put your pay to this account, or click this link to fill out your credit card information. And once they do that, maybe you put the product as for 2,000 naira or 3,000 naira, depending on how valuable the product is. So once they do that, you now send them another page. Send them to another page with a link. Let me use this with a link. This is a link. You say, okay, click here to download this thing you want. You should get it now. This thing exists online. It exists online. There's a way you put it online. If it's an ebook, a video, whatever thing you've created, there's a way you put that online. Then you now refer people to that thing through a web page and say, okay, if you want to get this thing, click here to get it, and the person clicks and fill out the information, and once he pays, you can now give him this link to download it. So this link is, you already create all these pages down, you know, and you don't need to be techie. There's a way you can do all this thing even though you don't know how to code. You know, you can create a website without even knowing how to code. And that's something, that's why I say it's deeper. I cannot really talk about everything in just one video, but you just get the entire concept. So the person comes here now and clicks on this link, and immediately it downloads into their mobile phone. This is a mobile phone. This is a mobile phone, or their computer. This is their computer, and they cannot access it through their screen. So they can access this piece of information, this particular piece of information, on their screen, on their computer, or their mobile phone. So you see how easy it is. It's very lucrative because, number one, it doesn't require you to have money to start up. You don't need to go and buy a product, or go and buy go and rent a shop, or go and do any of those things. All you just need to do is figure out what you know that others don't know. Your power, because your knowledge is your leverage. That's the only thing you can use to really, people really think about money like money is difficult to get. Money is not really difficult to get. If you have the mentality of helping people with what you know, you will make a lot of money. Think about it. Just think about the highest earners in the world, like in your environment, people that are making the most money, people that boss, that man or that woman that is driving a good car, that is living a good life. Think about what he's doing. Either he has a shop where he's selling, maybe a supermarket where he's selling products to people, serving the community, you know, giving them opportunity to access things that they cannot access on their own. Maybe go to a location and buy something and give to them, and put in an environment where they can access it easily, and he makes his money from there. Or he knows how to do a particular thing and goes out there to say, okay, you have this problem, let me help you fix this problem, you know, and give them that solution. So what you can literally do with your expertise or your knowledge or whatever you know, anything that you are good at, it can be, and even if you know how to dance, like literally you can turn dancing into a digital product. You can do a tutorial that teaches people how to dance. Okay, so step 1, do like this. Step 2, remember when we started dancing then, you know, you can literally turn that into a video training, maybe a C-series video training. There's a way to create all these things, which I'll be going deeper into this if you want to learn more. I don't want to go too deep and create all these things and confuse you. So that's why I'm really making it so broad so that you can understand it. You understand? So let's say you can create a video training. It's a video training that shows the person how to dance, or how to do a particular thing, how to do anything. It can be a workbook, it can be a sheet file, it can be anything at all that doesn't have this tangible physical form. You understand? It just exists online on your computers. You can only access it through your mobile phones, and all these videos you watch online, these are all digital products. Your videos, all the things you see online, your pictures that you see online, these are digital products because they exist on the internet. If you think about that back in the day when you want to take pictures, you go to a fast food or wherever, you go to the studio and they take you a picture and they print it out as a physical form. But now it doesn't require a physical form anymore because it exists on your phone or your mobile or your laptop or your computers. It lives digitally. It's not a digital file because your pictures, anything at all is a digital file. Anything that exists on your phone is a digital file. Your contacts, all those things are all digital files. You get it? Because it doesn't have a physical form. So that's what the digital product is. You understand? So literally what you are doing with this type of business is turning what you know into that product, into an ebook. You can write, if you don't know how to write an ebook, you think about your strengths. Oh, I don't know how to write an ebook, but I know how to talk well. You can do an audio. You can even be an audio file. An audio file where you explain the step-by-step process to this person. So you can be depending on your strength. For me, I was not used to videos, but I had to learn it over time. You get it? And if you're not used to videos, you can do audio files. If you're not used to talking, you can do written forms. You can do word forms, video forms, audio files. You can do checklists. You get it? You can even do image. You get it? Image, because I there's one of my products I sell that it's literally an image where I list out the procedures to get a particular result. A simple, like I think this is about 4 steps. Just do these 4 things to get you this result. And if you follow that 4 steps, you are going to get guaranteed to get that result. You get it? So that is really what it is. So you just do that, you create that, and you start selling online. And there's a strategy to getting it out there so that you don't have to beg people to buy it. Rather, people will be begging you literally, say, please take my money, I want this thing. You get it? And that's all done through, it's all done through marketing. I'm not going to go into that, but you just need to understand the entire concept. Well, I hope this video helps you. And if you're interested in really going deeper into this, I'll be just write me, and I'll know if it's something I want to continue teaching about. This is one of my products I created. It's currently selling now for 1,999 naira. You know, this has sold. I think it has sold about last night I checked it. It has sold about is it 127 copies? I think so. 127 copies. It's the last night I checked it, because everything is automated. You know, I don't go, and once they buy, they click on the link and they can download it. Everything just happens automatically. This is my ad is currently running. This is my ad, what ad I run. So this is when I mean an ebook, this is what I mean. So this is an ebook. You see how it is. This is an ebook mock-up. You create this to show what you are selling. You need to show them what you're selling, or rather what they're buying. You understand? So let me show you another of my training that has really gotten me some really good results. So this is one of my online training. This is one of my online training that I posted on my Facebook group for free, for my Facebook page for free, but I later started selling it, you know, on through Facebook ads. This one, I think it has been less than a week since I created this product particularly. It's an online video that teaches you the 5 virtual steps I take to really acquire more customers online. You know, this is one product that I'll be selling for. It sells for 4,999 naira. There's a reason I make the price odd numbers, because let's not go into that. So this is on that one. 5. This is also like this one, but this is a different mock-up, because I test different mock-up. It's a little ebook that shows you how to get a particular result. 5 ways to double your sales online. So if you're a business person, you would be interested in something like this. So I'm not the only one into this space. A lot of people let me go into my my browser and show you a lot of people. Okay, so this is let me show you some of my mentors. These are people who, like, this is the person I bought the course from. This is the guy that really taught me everything I needed to know about all this. You can go and buy from him if you're interested. This is his products are for $997. The one I bought, that was the one that really showed me the foundation of building all this. And once I started implementing what he taught me, I started getting results. You get it? So you can really go and buy from him if you have 400,000 naira. I think 400,000 naira in Nigeria currency. If you want to buy, then this is another person which I've also been following for a while, that also does this. He sells digital products also. You understand? This is Peng Joon, one of the top digital marketers out there. He sells digital product also. You understand? So look at one of his. This is one of his products. Thank God, this even displays it here. This is one of his products. I bought this one last year, December. This is a product. It's a content multiplier formula. Publish, automated, monetize your business. You understand? You see now. This is one of his products that he sells. I've forgotten the price, but he sells this one for. This is on that digital product. Look at how it is. It's just what you know. You turn it into a little ebook. You know, just a little book that someone can read. So depending on your audience, because you need to determine if your audience is someone that loves to read. If someone that doesn't like to read, then you need to be thinking about doing a video training, a video like this explaining the entire process, or doing an audio version of your training. So that's just the entire concept. And I hope, I don't want to make this video too long, so I hope this really helps you to get the entire idea and digest it. And then, because it's really profitable, to be honest with you, because you can just go online, get your information, even if you don't know how to, find to get your own information, to create your own information. You can come on Google and find information that are relevant to your audience. This is a very powerful tool. This has been the only tool that have taught me how to utilize computers, how to learn. Literally, this has been the only thing that has taught me everything I need to know in my life. Like literally, all the things I learned in school were useless, because the things I've learned from this Google alone have made me money online. And when you compare it, you get to understand that the things that are valuable to you, those are the things that you can count as education. It's not that learn something and you cannot use that to earn, or you cannot use that to make money. Learn something that you can use to make money, you can use to generate money, can create a lifestyle for yourself, can create a comfortable environment for you and your family. That's really the point of education. Something that can help people and can get people to pay you money. So I hope this one helps you. And I remain your man, like I said, Charles Aby, the CEO and the founder of eDreams Limited. eDreams is a platform that educates people on how to monetize what they know, how to sell their knowledge, their passion, talents, just like I'm doing, because I'm trying to share that with a lot of people so that I can go into that space. Fellow graduates like myself, go into that space. The things that you've spent years to learn in school that are useless right now in the labor market, you can turn that into a digital product and sell to people who need it. It's all about providing a service or providing a solution to people's problem. And if you know how to get into that business, it's called information info products. If you know how to get into this product and start creating your own products based on what you know or the information you can get from this particular platform, Google, you make a ton of money. And I hope this helps you. And stay safe.